I've just had ongoing ankle problems. I had like headaches almost daily. And I was used to taking melatonin to sleep at night. Now I like never have headaches basically. Stopped taking melatonin to go to sleep at night.
The nervous system focused chiropractor is very different from a traditional chiropractor. And I think you had been to a chiropractor previously.
Yeah, like getting my ankle in place and stuff. Definitely seems more like short-term fixes, I would say.
Dr. Matt here from Sprained Chiropractic in Austin, Texas. We're here today with an Austin local. We got Shay. Shay, tell us, what do you do?
I play basketball at the University of Texas. I'm in my 5th year in grad school, finishing up. But yeah, from Austin originally.
From Austin originally, all right. And Shay came in initially, well, you tell us, but there's something a lot of basketball players deal with that first brought you in. What was that?
Yeah, I've just had ongoing ankle problems. I think that's pretty common in the basketball world, but been dealing with it since probably my junior year of high school. So quite a long time. So yeah, trying to sort that out.
Yeah. And when we first sat down together, we went through an extensive list of things in your past history that probably seemed totally unrelated to even the ankle at all, right? And we want to highlight a few of them. You had quite a few things around the head and the neck show up. So can you tell us through basketball or outside of basketball even, what were some of the things you experienced with?
Yeah, when we were going through that, it was kind of funny, like trying to think of literally anything in the past that like didn't seem like it had to do with ankles, but just in basketball, taking charges, just getting hit, taking an elbow to the nose or to the mouth and stuff like that, and how all of that has kind of like built up in my neck, it seemed like, and that went to other places as well.
We call it the domino effect. You've heard me say that before. And we think of a domino, you knock the first one down and then all the others start to go with it. Usually the very first one tends to be the head and the neck, because the closer you get to the brain, that's going to control the movement of everything and the function of everything in the body. And that's kind of what's shown up here. And with what you've experienced so far in here, I'd love for you to highlight some of the changes that you've noticed.
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing when we started out was I had like headaches almost daily, and just like it was like a dull kind of just like pressure throughout that, and I was used to taking melatonin to sleep at night. Again, like all things that I wouldn't necessarily think like going to a chiropractor would help, but yeah, I think like noticing those things, now I like never have headaches basically, unless I'm like actually sick, which is just different. And then yeah, I stopped taking melatonin to go to sleep at night, been sleeping good.
Amazing.
And like still going to bed at the same times and same hours and everything.
Headaches, sleep, balance, joint tightness, or muscle tightness may seem unrelated, but they're actually all controlled by the nervous system. That's why our approach focuses on the nervous system first. We're not chasing the downstream symptoms, but rather going to the root cause. So we have muscle tightness of the hips, we have headaches, and we have sleep. What is the system of the body that connects all these seemingly very different things? They're all connected through one system of the body. I talk about
the nervous system.
The nervous system. Yeah. And I learned a Gen Z phrase recently, so I'm going to bring it out on YouTube. Okay. The nervous system is Dr. Matt coded. Did I say it right?
Yes, that is very Dr. Matt coded.
My first Gen Z phrase on YouTube. And we got Alyssa's holding the camera today. She's one of our rock stars in here. She's laughing at me. So I try out the words on them. So good, I got it right.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
So the nervous system is what connects all of these things, seemingly different, isolated problems. And in our country, in the US, we'll see an expert for something like sleep. They might put us on sleep medication or even something that seems natural like melatonin. And then for headaches, they might put us on a different medication, right? And then for tight hips, we might get a recommendation around some kind of a muscle release. You didn't do any of that. You worked with the one system that connects all of those, and that's the nervous system. We're going to start with the adjustment. So let's have you go ahead and lie face it down, please. You had some significant structural damage to the ankle, right?
Yes, with the ligature. Yeah.
So that also helps us figure out how long the healing process is going to take. I wouldn't expect it to be perfect right now. And when we get to the ankle, I'll have you point out even what you're feeling. So as I work through it, people at home can say, oh yeah, I probably had the same thing. Good. Head to the left for me, please. Good. And then head to the right. Good. And then back to the middle. Okay, we're going to be on the sacrum. So, and I want to see if we can point this out. This would show up on camera. So, Shay, without bending the knees, lift your whole right leg up as high as you can. Okay, good. Drop it down. Now the left leg. Okay, did one feel harder than the other?
Maybe the right?
Okay. To me, it looked like the left didn't lift as high, but to you, it felt like the right didn't lift or it was a bit more challenging.
Yeah. It was pretty even for me. I couldn't really tell.
And again, they're not bad, but Shay's, you've been in so many times now that I expect. How about here? Any pressure on either side when we do that?
I would just say like right in the lower back, but kind of in the middle.
Yeah, right in that lower back middle. And that's where I'm going to make an adjustment. So I was just seeing to you before I make an adjustment, if there's anything that you're feeling there. Now we got to find exactly where. That's one. Okay. Breath in for me, please, and let it all go. Breath in for me, please, and let it all go. Feel any different to you when we do that?
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit less pressure.
A little bit less pressure. Yeah. Let's try it. Lift that right leg up high for me. Okay, good. And then down. Now the left. Yeah, I like the left one better now too. It's flying up. We just witnessed there's less tightness in the hips from what we just did. So that's, when we talk about how the nervous system connects us, the nerves control the muscles, which ultimately influence our movement. So her movement's better. Muscle tightness is less because of the nerves. Another branch of those nerves is also going to organs. So when we get our organs to function as they should, that's where we see things like sleep start to normalize. And a lot of people can get off a medication even that they've been on for years once we get their nervous system working as it should. Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, that feels way better.
Yeah. And that moves without any resistance now. So we just saw, you felt more change, it sounded like, from your tone, from when I made an adjustment to your neck.
Yes, that took a lot of pressure off the middle of my back when you do that, yeah.
And in the middle of your back, like through here?
Or low, or
yeah.
mid-low.
This is the occiput, your skull bone. Breath in for me, please, and let it all go.
And when people have had concussions, one of the things that we'll do is we'll work on the cranial bones. So for you, we worked some on your cranial bones also. Did you feel any significance from when we did some of that with you? A lot of times people notice your sinus pressure gets better.
I feel like that's what helped headaches a lot. Because when I did have headaches, it did feel kind of like a sinus pressure type thing. It wasn't like a jabbing pain, or it was kind of like a dull. So I feel like that helped a lot. Like I could feel when they were would work on like that, they'd be like, "Oh, it's a little congested today." I was like, I can kind of feel it. Yeah. Actually, it's interesting.
So I'm gonna check it even. Let's have you lie on your back, please, and we'll see if it's showing up, so we can show people at home what this even looks like. Yeah. Well, the first place I'm going, this is called the sphenoid. And this is a big one when it also comes to the jaw. So people with TMJ issues, there's a muscle that attaches directly to this bone. And it just takes light pressure in the right angles to move it. It's no cracking. We're not going to take your head off.
You can definitely feel it moving around a little bit and getting accentuated.
Yeah. Good description.
You can feel it through here. I don't.
Yeah. So what are you feeling now with the foot that's still going on?
Yeah, I would say on my right foot, I feel mostly I don't really have ankle pain anymore, which used to be sometimes I would still be tender all through here, and even some swelling.
Yes.
Stuff.
When we first started, it was really swollen, and that was actually what you pointed to most.
Yeah.
Was that pain?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's getting better.
Now I feel I just have a bit of sometimes I get plantar fasciitis or just foot pain as well, but like right in my heel right here, almost where it's like about to go into my arch. It's just like tender. So that's like the main thing I'm dealing with now.
Okay. And you've given you home exercises too, right?
The feet exercise. Well, yeah.
And if you're watching this, I'm going to wait on purpose to release this video until the foot guide. I made a foot guide for people at home watching, and 2 of the exercises I gave you are actually in that guide. So you can see for yourself. So make sure you download the guide, click the link below to download it. I'm going to adjust Shay's foot here. And our goal is really to optimize the way that the foot is moving. The foot, when it moves abnormally, we get symptoms. The symptoms could be, so the swelling you had over here, abnormal foot motion. The pain in your ankle, abnormal foot motion. Plantar fasciitis, abnormal foot motion. So the cause is the same thing, but we don't see it as that. And it's getting better. 2 of those 3 things are gone, right? Or even the balance, abnormal foot motion. So 3 of the 4 of those things have gotten better. When I said the abnormal motion was the cause of this, we got to think about the other things that affect motion. So number 1, the nervous system. You guessed it. If you're new to our channel, nervous system controls everything, including the way we move. Number 2, the ligament system. Unique to us at LifeSpring, we use the tricord method. So we're going to look at the ligament system second. Then we're going to go to the actual extremity itself and check for motion. So you see me checking for motion on this ankle. That's the order of operations we're going to take. And that's really important because if we go to the extremity first, we're just treating symptoms or managing downstream effects because the nervous system is in control of it all. If we don't address the compensatory movement patterns, we're just treating symptoms. But I feel what you're talking about right there, right where I push in, that's classic like plantar fasciitis type pain is right where it attaches. So the way that I adjust Shay's foot too is different than an average foot because there's less support from the ligaments. So we got to get crafty with it. It's the calcaneus, the heel bone there better. And then that sensitivity where I'm at there.
On that top right there.
Yeah. That's everyone and their mother has this one. It's the first metatarsal. So any shoes that tend to be too narrow, that's where it shows up for us. So here in Texas, we wear cowboy boots, and that's where it hurts us.
Snip toes.
This, you know it. I got the snip toes. Right there. And I've never told you not to wear anything like that, right?
No.
But we're trying, because I want to wear them too. But we're trying to get the foot healthy again. And if we can at least minimize some of those things while the foot's healing, then that'll help. And then we just pick when we want to wear those. So this is the cuboid that I'm on. Yeah, right there. Okay. Is there less pressure now?
Yeah, way less.
Yes. So I change the motion of the bones in the foot. When we do that, the muscles immediately relax. So it's not always a muscle issue. And again, this is part of the tricord method. So we use the nervous system, always comes first. That's the start of the show. And then we're addressing the extremities, and then off camera, we're going to do a little bit of ligament work too. And if there's less pressure, especially on that spot on the foot, on the heel.
The heel definitely feels a lot better.
Good.
It just, I've been feeling it's almost like a tender, like bruise is like the best way I could describe it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely not as tender, I would say.
Good. It's always important if we ever have an ankle issue, we should always include the knees or vice versa.
Yeah.
Do you remember why?
Because if like one's not absorbing.
Yeah, they're the shock absorbers of the body. This is perfect. Look at this. Okay, I'm going to bring the knee back. So good motion there. I'm feeling for any resistance behind the knee. That's one of the signs I'll look for if, so there's less resistance here.
Okay.
Than there is on this side. Tells me a little bit more about the shin bone. Yeah, right there. And it's more on the outside. There. And this commonly gets confused as like calf muscle cramping. Okay. Yeah, right there. That ropiness. And that's coming from a bone called the fibula. The same bone that kind of sticks out on the ankle.
Yeah.
Is right here. And it's not moving correctly. So similar to the foot here, when it's not moving correctly, those muscles become tight and ropey. And I'm feeling that in the knee. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Small adjustment. Good. better, but there's still something right next to it right there. So let's have you turn over face down, please. I'm going to make an adjustment to the tibia, the shin bone, and then you're good there. Your shin bone is kind of moved back in space, and that's where you have a little bit of swelling behind the knee. Not for long. Good, better there. And then I'm going to do a touch more on, this is the fibula still. I want to get one more direction on it. Now let's have you get on one leg and we'll see if that's easier than what it was.
Yeah, I would say like I've always just felt like on my right I had been like less stable, or like I would feel my leg kind of go like out, like I would put my weight on the outsides. Yeah, times like that was where it would naturally go, whereas like the left just felt a little more. But now both feel like that, like just like I feel pretty like centered.
I say they both look good from here as far as
like beforehand, like it would be like maybe my left would even go in a little bit, like I had some like it was like opposite almost, but now I feel like they both feel a lot more like stable.
The nervous system focused chiropractor is very different from a traditional chiropractor. And I think you had been to a chiropractor previously.
Like once or twice, you know, just like more traditional, like you said, like adjustments, like getting my ankle in place and stuff. Definitely seems more like short-term fixes, I would say. And it didn't like affect all of the things that we're talking about right now. Yeah.
Totally. So I can't emphasize this enough. The miracles happen in the plan. You've heard me say that a lot. Again, Dr. Matt coded, the miracles happen in the plan. And if we would only do one or two adjustments, we wouldn't expect for all this stuff to change. But that plan from the scans helped us outline how many adjustments over what length of time. And we're only, again, about 40% of the way through the design plan, and you're already seeing big wins. So amazing, amazing, amazing. So I can't emphasize that enough for people watching at home. There's no one fancy adjustment where we rip the ankle off or the foot off or the head off. It doesn't work like that. Tired of chasing symptoms? Start with what controls them. Most people track their workouts or their nutrition macros, but never track the one system that controls it all, the nervous system. Get your scan today. See what's really going on underneath the surface. Click the link below.